And now we have a great work zone and craft zone. And the kids love hanging out in here with Mom because they have a nice workspace. Imagine in your craft zone how fun this would be. You know, if you were having a particular little craft project for your kids, you could take this and you could load it with the scissors they needed, the paints they needed, the glue they needed, and maybe all the little stickers that they needed. And they could sit here and have a work zone. So to provide some of their tools that they needed, we created a little zone over here with the French wire tiered basket. This is the handiest thing. You just pull it on out and snip it on off. Great area to wrap your gifts. Our small soda glass container just tucks in there beautifully, adds a little bit of glimmer. Again, if you wanted to make it look nice and neat, buy pens that match. Looks a lot better. So can you imagine tucking all your ribbons in here? But you need scissors to cut this, right? So where are our scissors? We decided, let's take our Morningside stacking buckets and hang them on your wall. And we just filled them with a little shrub. But you know that huge set of those crazy edge scissors that you have that take up all your counter space or your drawer space? How about instead, let's toss them in here, make them look like cute little flowers. Everyone that walks into your office will go. And then all your wrapping gifts stuff, if you buy it to match your room, all of a sudden it can kind of hang out here, look artsy, look like decor, but be really ready at your fingertips for your wrapping station. So, get creative. And then over here we decided, you know, let's take this little nook, let's add some shelves, and then shelves can look like a mess so fast. So instead of letting them look like a mess, let's get some baskets that all match. Of course, these all have paper and cables and scissors and all your different glue guns. All that stuff is in there, but it looks so nice and tidy. And then let's put a rotary cutting mat on your table, because anytime you have rotary cutting mats, it's so nice to have them out and handy. So by having an extra space like this, it's so great. Using a hurricane to tuck in your little things you want at a moment's notice makes you so productive. We used our caddy. We have several of these. These are a mom's dream, because when you have little caddies that can have your kids' homework supplies all in one spot, the kids have no excuse. They have to do their homework because it's all right there. So you can tuck little pots into there. In here, the glass inserts from the flatware caddy we showed you over there with the pens, those slip into here, so if you wanted to use this for food, you certainly could. But we have used this for supplies to go out to the pool at a moment's notice. We've used this for food. It's great for plates, napkins, forks, knives, spoons, and when you decorate with those paper goods, all of a sudden they become decor for your buffet. But when you're not using them to serve food, let's make them do double duty in your home. Thinking, you know, we're in here a lot. Sometimes you don't want to sit at a desk. Sometimes you want to sit someplace comfy. So let's get a couch. Let's throw on a throw, because if you're uncomfortable in your office, you won't get anything done. And our throws, of course, depending on the season, you can flip them so that they become sunshiny spring or warm, cozy fall, because that's how they made them. They're always so smart at Willow House. We decided to tuck in some nesting tables here, because what's so fun about nesting tables is not only will your handy dandy ottoman tuck under them so that you can pull it over here and throw your feet up while you're studying, but you can also bring over your table to set your coffee mug on at a moment's notice so that you can study while sipping. Don't you love it? But all of this doesn't have to clutter up your office, because it can stack together over there. With bookcases, they say inside the bookcase you want the walls to be the tall and to caddy down to nothing. And always leave some dead space, because when you have some dead space, it feels like class. When you have clutter, 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 it feels like it's coming in on you and it feels icky. Nobody wants to be in there. Bookcases can oftentimes look horribly messy. So what we decided to do is just take one of our decorative kitchen towels and attach it to some Velcro tabs and just stick them up there. And that way you can change it out at a moment's notice or remove it entirely if you want to get to these supplies. On top of your bookcase or mantle or armoire or anything else like that, you want to, instead of going like a V, you want it to look like an A. So start with a tall, cascade on down, and add some interest with dishes, vases, candles. Our designers are so smart. Not only are these candlesticks, but they have a little lip at the top here. And what that allows for you to do is, say you have a little bowl, you can just tuck those right up there. This is our Tuscan Sage small bowl on our Renaissance candlesticks. And can you imagine how cute these would be on a big platter? Put your guacamole in one, your salsa in another, and then load up your chips and stuff around the base. All of a sudden that simple snack would look really impressive. And the fact that they've thought this far ahead of us really helps. Now another word, editing. For example, if you were to tuck up little goodies like this, all of a sudden it looks a lot more cluttered. Sometimes in design you want to take your look and you want to step back and go, does that look good? Or maybe is there just a little too much stuff up there? So if you just take this away and you take this away, all of a sudden it looks a lot more clean and it kind of feels a little more refreshing to visually look at. If it feels naked and there's not a lot of color there, you might want to go looking through your platters and dishes, especially Willow House ones, because they have a lot of beautiful hand-painted pieces that add a lot of color. And you can easily just tuck one into a little book stand like this. So for my office, instead of picking a platter that would be just beautiful, I wanted something that would inspire my actions, because I do this business to bless my family, to bless my children, to set an example for my children, and I want to do it really well. And so filling your office with things that inspire you and remind you why you do things are really, it's kind of a smart way to decorate. Every year they give one consultant in the company the Spirit of Generosity Award, and it is the highest honor we have in our company. So the fact that they chose me for this honor really touched my heart. And I wanted to put that in here so that I remembered this is not just about selling dishes in living rooms. This is about helping people feel like they love their home. Because if they love their home, they feel filled up when they're there. And they can fill up their kids so they can send them out into the world, inspiring them to make their world a better place. In their own home, by inviting others in, feeling really confident to offer hospitality in ways that are really clever so that they're very proud to do it. Because the more proud you are to do it, the more often you'll have people in and the more sweet memories you'll make. Not only does our company value our consultants, but they also value family. So I want to share with you, as we close this video, just a little bit of the surprise Willow House gave me last summer at convention. Until next time, here's to your simply good design in your home.